Good evening to our viewers in the West. We're going to get to that historic launch of the Artemis II moon mission in just a moment, but we're going to begin with President Trump's address to the nation just moments ago tonight on the war with Iran. The president said the U.S. military's objectives in Iran are nearing completion, that gas prices were short-term increases in his view, and that the crucial oil shipping lane that Iran has choked off will, in his words, open up naturally. Overall, he said the nation was very close this evening to completing its military objective, but not yet done. Let's get right to Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes with late developments. She was watching along with me. Nancy, good evening.
Good evening, Tony. The president sought to assure Americans that this conflict is actually going to be brief compared to other wars in U.S. history. He insisted that gas prices will go back down quickly, and he claimed that the main cause of high gas prices, the shutdown of the Strait of Hormuz, is somehow going to resolve itself.
These core strategic objectives are nearing completion.
In his first primetime address since the start of the war, President Trump promised that U.S. military operations in Iran will be over soon.
We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
With gas prices rising and his poll numbers sinking, Trump also lashed out at NATO for failing to back his war effort. Trump told Reuters today that he is absolutely considering withdrawing from the alliance, which was formed nearly 80 years ago to counter Soviet aggression.
I've been absolutely clear that this is not our war.
European leaders argued today that NATO is a defensive alliance with no role to play in Iran. This is not the first time Trump has done this, a German spokesman said. It is a recurring phenomenon.
We help NATO, but they'll never help us.
Legally, Trump cannot pull out of NATO without an act of Congress. But without help from U.S. allies, it is hard to see how he can stick to his 2 to 3 week withdrawal timeline without triggering a global oil shortage. A wounded Iran has successfully throttled 20% of the world's oil supply by threatening to attack tankers that try to pass through the Strait of Hormuz at the entrance to the Persian Gulf. Australia's Prime Minister warned his citizens today to brace for prolonged high prices.
The economic shocks caused by this war will be with us for months.
Eager to show that an end is in sight, Trump said earlier today that Iran's leader has asked the U.S. for a ceasefire. Iranian officials were quick to call that false and baseless. And interestingly, Tony, President Trump did not repeat his claim in his speech this evening.
Yeah, noticed that as well. Nancy Cordes, thank you very much. Appreciate it.